Sure, scoring points in the NBA isn't easy, but do you know how hard it is to get an assist in the league? So let's put some shine on the guys dishing out those assists and take a look at the top assists from the 2022-23 NBA season. Number 15, Vincent's lobbed winner. Jimmy Butler gets all the credit for carrying the Miami Heat. But you gotta give Gabe Vincent some credit for providing the perfect lobbed pass to beat the Houston Rockets. With less than a second on the clock, Vincent had to find the perfect pass to get someone open. Well, he did exactly that, launching the perfect pass which found Butler at the rim to take the lead and beat the Rockets. While Butler got all the credit for winning the dunk, it was the perfect pass from Vincent which set up the game winner. Number 14, Kyrie Irving's no-look alley-oop. Brooklyn Net fans had very little to cheer about in the 2022-23 season, but at least they got to enjoy this clean assist from Kyrie Irving. In classic Kyrie fashion, he dribbles past the defender with ease before looking towards KD, who was open at the three-point line. But instead of going to Durant, Kyrie unleashed a no-look pass to Nick Claxton, who threw down a lethal dunk. I'm sure Net fans weren't thinking that their season would end like it did when that assist happened. Number 13, Jokic no-look versus the Lakers. Jokic was finally able to win that NBA title this season, and it was partly down to his insane playmaking. He used his big frame to reach around the Lakers defenders in a regular season game. Jokic fooled everyone when he was able to find Aaron Gordon open under the rim. What a pass from the Joker! You can see why Jokic was the Finals MVP. Number 12, John Wall turns back the clock. It is a massive disappointment when we haven't seen John Wall at his best over the last few years. But there was a glimmer of that player Wall used to be when the Clippers traveled to Houston to play the Rockets. With a slick behind-the-back dribble, Wall glided past the defender before launching an even slicker pass behind the back. It was the perfect assist to big man Moses Brown and definitely one of the best assists in the league last season. Number 11, Bol behind the back. Oh, don't worry, it's not just the guards getting all the attention in this video, with one of the biggest players in the league dishing out one of the best assists last year. In a game against the Knicks, Bol drove the basket, drawing the defense as he did so. Instead of trying to use his 7-foot-plus size to hammer down a dunk, Bol threw a crazy assist behind his back. It landed perfectly in the hands of Moritz Wagner, who knocked down the three to make this assist as perfect as it can get. Number 10, Doncic behind the back. Bol is not the only player throwing crazy assists behind his back. Luka Doncic loves making defenders look silly, and that is exactly what he did to Ben Simmons. Doncic drove the basket and turned his back looking for an outlet pass. Instead, he perfectly flipped the ball back over his head to give Maxi Kleber the perfect chance to put up an easy layup. Doncic was really doing it all for the Mavericks last season. Number 9, Josh Green spins and finds his target. While Doncic seemed to do it all for the Mavericks, he was not the only Mavs player to unleash some beautiful assists. Guard Josh Green stole the show against the Warriors, driving to the basket where he met some stiff defense. So Green did a 360 and managed to find Davis Bertans open in the corner. To unleash a pinpoint perfect pass after a 360 is super impressive, and it did help that Bertans nailed the three-pointer to make the move worth it. What a move from Green! Number 8, Jokic launches it past half court. The best passing big man in the NBA was proving a lot of doubters wrong last season. Jokic's partnership with Jamal Murray was pretty special to watch, and the pair combined for an insane assist. With less than 2 seconds left before halftime against the San Antonio Spurs, Jokic launched the ball up the court. The Joker's almost full-court pass landed right in the hands of Jamal Murray, who nailed the buzzer-beating shot. It was that sort of insane play that made the Denver Nuggets NBA champions. Number 7, LaMelo Ball's cross-court no-looker. LaMelo Ball was pretty much the only reason to watch the Charlotte Hornets last season. He was creating some insane highlights pretty much every game, including in the first quarter against the Pistons. On one side of the court, LaMelo noticed that Kelly Oubre was being left with some space. So with his weaker hand, LaMelo launched a cross-court pass while looking the other way. Most players couldn't do that with their stronger hand while actually looking at the player they are passing to. I imagine there will be quite a few more exciting assists in LaMelo's NBA career. Number 6, Trae Young unleashes a pinpoint pass. The league's top assister last season was Trae Young, and there were certainly a few highlights in there. One of the best assists that Young fired off was when he was being doubled by the Indiana Pacers. Young knew there would be one of his teammates open, so he managed to evade the defense and spot the open man. But then he had to nail the pass, which was from half court all the way to the rim where Frank Kaminsky threw down the lob. Trae Young can really pinpoint with both his passing and his shooting. Number 5. Jokic behind the back. Alright, I understand Jokic features a lot in this video, but what am I supposed to do when the big man keeps on putting up insane assists? Against the Utah Jazz, Jokic is just about able to get onto the end of a slightly long pass from Aaron Gordon. Just barely before going out of bounds, Jokic delicately catches the ball and passes it behind him straight into the hands of Michael Porter Jr. How could we not include that sort of an assist on this list? It is absolutely crazy. Number 4. LaMelo's around the back. LaMelo was truly a walking highlight reel this season, and he had another insane assist we have got to talk about. As he did on countless times last year, LaMelo drove to the basket, but instead of a filthy layup, LaMelo saw Jalen McDaniels wide open at the top of the key. Melo hit the perfect underhand pass while driving around Steven Adams to set up McDaniels for the 3. There might not be another player in the NBA who could make that pass. Number 3. Luka beats the double team. Luka Doncic got double teamed a hell of a lot last season, but he still managed to put up insane numbers. Well, that was partly because the guy could do some truly special things with the basketball. Just like this. While off balance and jumping, Doncic manages to somehow get the pass away despite 2 defenders right in his face. It found Jaden Hardy perfectly, and thankfully for this highlight, Hardy nailed the 3-pointer. To nail a perfect cross-court pass while jumping off balance is an incredible feat. Number 2. Giannis tumbles and finds the winner. Giannis Antetokounmpo is pretty much unstoppable when he drives at the rim. So much so that defenses have to stuff players in the paint. With just seconds remaining in overtime against the Raptors, Giannis drove to the basket where he was met by 4 different Raptors defenders. As he was stumbling, looking like the play was over, Giannis somehow managed to find Grayson Allen open in the corner. While Allen got the credit for hitting the game-winning 3, it was the insane assist from the Greek Freak which really should have got the media's attention. Number 1. Nikola Jokic through the legs. Nikola Jokic just had so many highlights that he was no doubt going to be number 1 on this list. The Serbian pulled off the best assist in the NBA against the Memphis Grizzlies. With one of the smartest and slickest moves that you will ever see, Jokic quickly flipped the ball through his legs where Bruce Brown could pick up the ball and slam down an insane dunk to top it off. Sure, the dunk did help the highlight, but it is such a nice move from Jokic. What do you think was the best assist in the 2022-23 season? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below.